On June 22, 2019, 28-year-old Madison Cole attended her co-worker's baby shower in Dallas, Texas. The dessert table overflowed with cupcakes, cookies, and homemade brownies dusted with powdered sugar. Madison selected a brownie baked by a co-worker's mother, unaware it was made with peanut butter swirl. Within minutes of her first bite, a faint itch crept along her tongue and throat. She reached for her purse, realizing too late she had forgotten her EpiPen at home. Her breathing grew shallow. Her chest tightened as invisible hands seemed to squeeze her lungs. Guests initially thought she was choking, rushing forward with confusion and fear. Madison gasped for air, her lips turning blue under the flat restaurant lighting. A nurse among the guests administered CPR while someone called 911. The paramedics arrived within 6 minutes, but her pulse was already fading. Adrenaline was injected directly into her thigh, but her airways remained swollen shut. The paramedic's flat voice said, "No response," as her heart monitor drew a single line. The party room fell silent. Balloons deflated around the motionless body. Her mother later confirmed Madison had survived dozens of reactions before, but never one this fast. Investigators discovered peanut residue baked into the brownie batter. The baker had used the same mixing bowl as a peanut butter recipe, without cleaning it. The mistake, invisible and innocent, became fatal in under 10 minutes. Madison's death was ruled anaphylactic shock, caused by a trace amount no one could see. On August 2, 2020, 34-year-old Ryan Blake stopped at a trendy juice bar in Los Angeles after his morning workout. He ordered a super green detox, unaware the staff had switched almond milk brands that week. The new supplier's blend contained hidden tree nut traces, unlisted on the menu. As he drove home sipping from his cup, a subtle warmth spread through his throat. Within seconds, that warmth became fire. His tongue swelled against his teeth. He pulled over on a busy LA highway shoulder, stumbling out of his car. Dashcam footage later showed him collapsing beside his open door. A passing motorist rushed over, thinking it was a heat stroke. Ryan's skin was covered in raised red welts from head to chest. He injected his EpiPen but dropped it before the medicine entered fully. His airway constricted faster than anyone expected. He gasped, clawing at the asphalt. Paramedics arrived 6 minutes later, too late for oxygen recovery. The autopsy revealed severe airway edema and complete respiratory collapse. The juice bar later admitted their almond supplier had changed due to shortages. No staff had been told of the new ingredients. Ryan's family sued the chain, but safety standards remained unchanged for months. His final moments were captured on his own dashcam, timestamp frozen at 9:12 a.m. A simple smoothie, meant for health, became the last drink of his life. In San Antonio, Texas, a popular taco truck known as El Rancho Express drew long lines every Friday night. On May 15, 2022, 42-year-old contractor Brian Flores stopped for his usual dinner order, carne asada tacos. That night, the beef came from a batch left unrefrigerated during a power outage. The vendor, unaware, cooked it as usual on a smoking griddle. Hours later, Brian felt stabbing pain in his abdomen while watching TV. He thought it was heartburn and went to bed early. By 3 a.m., his wife found him on the bathroom floor, vomiting blood. At the ER, doctors diagnosed acute foodborne botulism. The bacteria had already paralyzed his diaphragm. He was intubated and placed on a ventilator, but paralysis continued spreading. His eyes remained open but unblinking as he lost the ability to move. Over the next 24 hours, the toxin shut down his heart's electrical system. The taco truck was inspected, no refrigeration logs, no temperature checks. Several others fell ill but survived after antitoxin treatment. Brian's death led to a citywide inspection sweep of mobile food vendors. The truck's license was permanently revoked. His family described the irony. He'd eaten there every Friday for 5 years. A familiar meal became a fatal routine. In rural Wisconsin, 10-year-old Emma Grady drank fresh milk from her family's dairy farm every morning. Her parents believed it was healthier, unprocessed, and pure. In June 2021, One contaminated batch carried invisible E. coli bacteria. Within 48 hours, Emma developed stomach cramps and bloody diarrhea. The pain became unbearable. Her small frame shook as fever spiked. Doctors diagnosed hemolytic uremic syndrome. Her kidneys were failing. Machines hummed as dialysis began, filtering toxins her body couldn't process. Her parents watched helplessly through a glass ICU window. Despite transfusions, her blood cells kept breaking down. Her skin turned pale yellow as her organs began to fail. Nurses worked tirelessly, but the infection had spread beyond control. On the 7th day, Emma's heartbeat slowed, then stopped entirely. The cause? Raw milk contaminated with cow fecal bacteria from an unclean bucket. Health officials traced the source but found no clear violation. It was legal to sell. Her family shut down the farm indefinitely, haunted by guilt. The community held a candlelight vigil, calling her the girl who trusted purity. The milk that once symbolized life had quietly delivered death. A lesson in invisible danger: not everything natural is safe. On March 14, 2023, 31-year-old software engineer Daniel Wright celebrated his promotion at a sushi bar in Seattle. He ordered an assortment of raw tuna, salmon, and mackerel rolls. The restaurant had received a late-night seafood delivery stored without ice. By morning, bacteria had already multiplied within the raw flesh. Hours after dinner, Daniel felt waves of nausea and dizziness. He vomited repeatedly, unable to stand upright. His roommate called 911 after he began vomiting blood. At the hospital, doctors confirmed severe Vibrio vulnificus infection, a rare flesh-eating bacteria. His bloodstream was flooded with toxins faster than antibiotics could work. Necrosis began around his extremities within 12 hours. Surgeons amputated his left arm in an attempt to stop the spread. Despite the operation, sepsis overwhelmed his organs. His heartbeat faded at dawn, less than 24 hours after that dinner. Health officials shut down the restaurant after testing found infected tuna. 3 other patrons fell seriously ill but survived. Daniel's promotion gift bag sat unopened on his apartment table. Friends described him as careful about everything, except that night. A celebration turned into a case study in bacterial horror: sushi gone wrong.